Good morning, all. Today I am going to solve one problem, that is design example. So, design of cross drainage work. Okay, this is coming under module 4. Okay, and I have already covered the theoretical part of all the cross drainage work. Only what are different types of cross drainage works I have discussed in previous two classes, and what are the design considerations for the cross drainage work that I have also discussed in previous two classes. Now today this is last part of this cross drainage work, that is the design example. So in the examinations sometimes you will be asked a design problem on cross drainage work. This design problem is very lengthy, but of course only one stereotype procedure is there, and you will be asked only aqueduct, design of aqueduct. In your syllabus only it is clearly mentioned that design of only aqueduct. If you want, you just go through your syllabus. Okay, so therefore if you study only this design of aqueduct, that is enough. And the problem what I am taking today, solving today, is the same problem which has occurred in the examination. So just last year only, in May-June 2019, this problem has occurred in the examination. It carries 16 marks, 16 marks. Okay, so it is very lengthy, and the same problem, this same problem is also available in Santosh Kumar Garg book. The name of the book is Irrigation Engineering and Hydraulic Structures. Okay, that written by Santosh Kumar Garg, Khanna publication. In this book, this problem is solved. So I have taken this problem from the same book, and the same example has occurred in the examination. So I will just briefly tell you. Actually, online explanation of problem is a very difficult one, but still I will try my level best make you to understand. At least 50% you will understand, and remaining thing, if you go through the solution, you will understand it completely. So first I will explain you briefly how it is solved, and then I will send this solution to you, okay, in PDF format. You can once again go through also. So very simple formulas are used here. Only the thing is solution is lengthy, that you have to do it. Okay. So now let us start. So design examples. Example, okay. Design a suitable cross drainage work given in the following data at the crossing of the canal drainage. Okay. So what it is here? Design a suitable cross drainage work. Remember, okay. Cross drainage work he has not mentioned, but we have to decide what is the cross drainage work. But whatever data is given, from observing the data you have to decide what type of cross drainage work you have to do. Okay. So here let us see what are the what is called as cross drainage work. So these are the data given in the problem. Okay. Design a suitable cross drainage work given in the following data at the crossing of canal and drainage. So what it is at the crossing of the canal and, okay, drainage, this one. So now let us see. First the data are given, canal data is given first, and then drainage data is given first. Next, so first let us see what are the data given for canal. So full water supply, full water discharge for the canal is 32 cubics, and full supply level is RL 213.5 meter, and canal bed level is RL 212.0 meter, and canal bed width is 20 meter. Here meter is not written, but it is 20 meter. So, and trapezoidal canal section with this ratio. What is that? 1.5 horizontal is to 1 vertical. So this is slope of the trapezoidal canal. So canal is rectangular, not it is rectangular section, it is trapezoidal section having side slopes like this. So what is side slope? 1.5 horizontal and 1 vertical. This you must understand. So and canal water depth is also given. What is canal water depth? 1.5 meter. So canal water depth is given 1.5 meter. So these are the data given related to canal. And next, what are the data related to drainage? Let us see. What are the data related to drainage? So drainage here it is given. Okay. So see, so drainage high flood discharge is given 300 cubics, high flood level is 210 meter, high flood depth is 2.5 meter, the depth of water when it is high flood, and general ground level is given, that is 212.5 meter. So all these data are given here. So with the help of this you have to solve the problem. So what you have to design? You have to design a suitable cross drainage work. So let us see what is the suitable cross drainage work. Okay. So come now here solution. In solution what it is, let me just see. So here, since the drainage is of a large size work of type 3 will be adopted. So in cross drainage work, actually it is very first we will see, and I just want to tell you one important point over here is, first you just check, compare here. Okay, what is that? The RL of the canal bed level is given, that is 212 meter, and RL of the high flood level is given 210 meter. So RL of the canal bed level is 212 meter, and RL of the high flood level of the drainage is given 210 meter. So compare these two. Here what you see is canal bed level is at higher level, that is 212 meter, and the high flood level of the drainage is 210 meter. So that means high flood level is sufficiently below the canal bed level. Okay, high flood level is below level. So what is the difference between 2 meter difference, 212 and 210? So if we see 210, it is high flood level, and 212, that is the canal bed level. So if you compare these two, you will see clearly 2 meter difference. There is no intervening. Okay. So this one is clearly indicating that it is a aqueduct. Okay, it is an aqueduct and not an siphon aqueduct. If it is a siphon aqueduct, it would have been, so this high flood level would have been more than 212. This high flood level would have been more than 212. So therefore now in this condition what you see is this one and this one, that is 212 and 210. Compare, this will be clearly making us to understand that it is an aqueduct. So we have to design aqueduct. By this data, one thing is clear, that we have to design aqueduct. So now let us see. So coming to this solution is very clear. Later I will just go a bit fast. Since the drainage is of large size, work of type 3 will be adopted. Further, because the canal bed level is 212 meter is much above the high flood level. Okay, because the canal bed level 212 is much above the high flood level of the drainage, that is 210, and aqueduct will be constructed. So earthen banks of the canal will be discontinued. Okay, earthen bank discontinued, and the canal water taken in concrete trough. So when it comes above the drainage, it will be concrete trough. So for effective economy, the canal shall be flumed. So fluming I have already told you. Fluming means reduction of the width of the canal. Okay. So this one is there. So after understanding this, I will first go to the figure. So once you go to figure, you will very easily understand the things. Okay. Then I will start going to solve fastly. Okay. Let us see what is that figure. First, this is already given in the book. We just go to this figure. So in this figure, what it is, this here it is very clearly understood that above figure is the plan. Okay, above figure is plan. So here from left to right canal is moving, this is the direction of flow of the canal, and from transverse direction the drainage is moving. Okay, drainage is moving. So vertically downward arrow the drainage, and vertical horizontal right towards this canal. So this is the movement of the figure. Okay, water. Now here what you have to decide here in the design things, what you are going to do. And in the below figure it is section, plan and section. Above figure it is plan, and below figure it is section. So plan and section of canal trough. Okay, in example 14.1. So in section what is shown here in below, different levels are shown here. Okay, different levels are shown here. These are different levels. Okay, different levels. So these levels are shown. So these all have to be calculated. Okay, now I will tell you what is going to be done in the design problem. So very first what you have to do is, very first we have to calculate the width of the drain. What you have to calculate, that is drainage way, what we call. Here this 82.5 meter is drainage way. So very first I'll go on rounding up. So those are the data to be calculated for the design purpose. So very first you have to calculate this 82.5 meter. I'll show you how it is calculated, but this is to be first determined. Okay, what is it? It is the drainage waterway. This is drainage water. That means you can see here 4 sections are given in canal. Okay, above it is canal. So now this one is canal. In this canal you will see canal starts from left side and continued towards right side, and width of the canal is 20 meter. Width of the canal is 20 meter. It is given. Okay, and it is when it is passing over the river, when it is passing over the drainage, it is reduced. So reduced. So gradually the width is reduced. See, this is the, I am showing this, gradually it is reduced, and it is flumed, what is called as flumed, and here it is having 10 meter. Okay, generally if the canal width is 20 meter, flumed width will be taken as 10 meter. It is common thing. Okay, whatever will the canal width, half of that will be flumed width. This is commonly adopted. And then once again after section 3.3 it is expanding. See, it is expanding like this. So expansion, again it is reaching to the original size 20 meter. So this is the canal. So before approaching to the drainage, it is gradually reduced. So this region is called transition region. This is all region is transition region. Okay, this transition region is generally contraction. So similarly transition region at the other side, this is transition region where the width is gradually increased. So it is expansion. Okay, so like this you can understand. Now here in this canal, what you can see is there are sections. That is 1 section. This is 1 section. Okay, you just see this 1 section, and 2 section, and 3 section, and 4 sections. Okay, all these sections are to be marked. So once it is marked, so 1 2 3 and 4. So all these sections are there. So what will be the sections? This is the section at which the canal width is 20 meter. And what is the section 2? It is the starting of the reduced width, that is 10 meter. And what is 3 section? In 3 section also it is same thing, 10 meter only. And what is 4 section? Again it is coming back to its original width 20 meter. So 1 to 2 region, 1 to 2 region, this is called, okay, contraction region, and 3 to 4, this is called expansion region. So canal is contracted from 1 to 2, and canal is expanded from 3 to 4. Okay, so this you understand. Now what we are going to do here is, as I already told you, okay, okay, now I'll just explain you how it is done. So very first we are going to calculate 82.5 meter. Okay, what is that? 82.5 meter. What is that 82.5 meter? That is the design, so of drainage waterway. This is drainage waterway. So let us say, and then we have to going to determine the transition length. So transition length means length of the, okay, length from 1 to 2 10 meter. That is contraction length. And after that we are going to determine 15 meter, that is the expansion length. Okay, and after that we are going to determine, okay, one by one. So what will be the velocity at what is on section 1. Okay, so every section at section 4, section 3, section 2, section 1, section 4. So here what we are going to do is, this is at the section 4, what is the bed level, see below, and what is the water level, and what is the total energy level, these are going to be determined. And after that at section 3, what is the bed level, what is the water level, and what is the total energy level, these are going to be determined. And at section 2, what is the bed level, what is the water level, and what is the total energy level, this defined. And at section 1, again what is the bed level, what is the water level, and what is the total energy level. So these all things are to be designed specifically. If you calculate all these things, that is the major work which you have done. Okay, you understood? So very first we have to determine the 82.5 meter, that is the length of the flume. Okay, length of the flume, or you can say 82.5 is the width of the drainage. 82.5 meters, this 82.5 meters width of the drainage. Okay, so above the drainage, this fluming is done. This fluming is done. So fluming means this is the canal length. Okay, so canal starts from section 2 to section 3 where the width is reduced. So this one you can understand. So here all these things are gradually calculated, and then that will be end. After that, let us go to the actual solution, how it is being done. I will go on explaining one by one, and meanwhile we have to determine the what you call this contraction and expansion also. So let us go. I will try to explain you. I know, I am sure you will not very much convinced by this explanation, because it is very difficult to explain in online these problems, but at least some highlights will be made so that you can understand. So now coming to this solution. So very first I have told you step 1 what is being done, design of drainage waterway. Okay, design of drainage waterway. So here design of drainage waterway is done. So there is Lacy's regime perimeter formula. This I already discussed in design considerations. This formula is used, and P is, that is perimeter, is calculated. So Q is the discharge, okay, in the drain, that is 300 cumex. So it is put Q is equal to 300. So P is equal to 4.75 into under root 300. This will be the waterway. Okay, what we can see. Okay, then after that we will go to the next stage. Here let the clear span, okay, let the clear span between the piers be 9 meter and the pier thickness be 1.5 meter. So clear span, okay, piers, we have to assume this. These are assumptions you have to assume here, because these are to assume. But whatever the problem may come, you assume the same thing. 9 meter or 10 meter, at the most 9 meter, minimum 8 meter, maximum 10 meter. So within this range you go on assuming that. It is always good. And using the 8 bays of 9 meter each, clear waterway comes 72 meter. Okay, similarly now let us using 7 piers of 1.5 meter each, length occupied by the piers is equal to 7 into 1.5, that will be 10.5 meter. So now we have to add this 72, okay, this 72 and 10.5 added, this is total, okay, waterway. So total waterway is given here, that is 82.5. okay, total waterway is calculated here. So this is the standard procedure to calculate waterway. Now let us go to the design steps 2. Design of canal waterway, that is drainage waterway is over. So 82.5 was drainage waterway. Okay, now let us go to the design canal waterway. So what is canal waterway? So bed width of the canal is given, that is 20 meter. Length of the width of the flume is 10 meter. It is, you have to assume, I already told you, if the bed width of canal is 20 meter, half of that should be assumed always. It is fixed, so don't worry. So now after that, providing a splay of 2:1. So it is also fixed. Okay, splay means actually it is a just ratio of the contraction in the transition range. So what is the ratio of contraction? That is 2:1. 2 forward and 1 transverse, like that. Ratio of contraction. Splay means ratio of contraction. So similarly, providing is splay at contraction. What is that? 20. So how it is calculated? 20 meter is the canal width and 10 meter is the flume width. So 20 minus 10 upon 2 into 2. What is this 2? This 2 is the ratio of the splay. So if you multiply like this, you will get the 10 meter as the splay. That is length of the splay. Okay, that is length of the contraction. Length of the contraction is 10 meter. Contraction transition. So length of the contraction transition means Again, I'll just once I'll go there and explain you. For example, here length of the contraction is here. This is the length of the contraction, 10 meter. What I had told? I had told it is 10 meter. This 10 meter is calculated here. Similarly, we will calculate once again this 15 meter. So come on, how it is calculated, I'll tell you. So it is calculated here. It is here. Providing display of, providing display of 3:1 in expansion. Length of the expansion transaction is 20 minus 10 upon 2 into 3. What is this 3? Because it is 3:1. Therefore, that 3 is multiplied over here. Okay, that is the ratio of splay, ratio of expansion. This is expansion. So this one is multiplied here. So automatically you get 15 meter. So this 15 meter is calculated here. So what we have calculated? This one we have calculated. Okay. This one, this is the length 15 meter. Okay, this one we have calculated 15 meter. So now we have completed three things. First we have completed this one, that is the waterway, drainage waterway, and next one length of the contraction and length of the expansion. These three things you have calculated. Okay, now let us go to the once again further calculation. Okay, now here step 3. What is step 3? Head loss. We have to calculate the head loss and bed levels. Okay, we have to calculate head loss and bed levels at different sections. So what are the sections? There are totally 4 sections. Section 1, section 2, section 3, and section 4. But we have to start from section 4 because head loss is, we have to come reverse direction, okay, to calculate the head loss. So head loss is calculated. So let us see how it is calculated. So very first at section 4. So this is the equation, okay, which is being done for calculation of the area of the trapezoidal canal. So area of the trapezoidal canal is calculated by B plus 1.5 Y into Y. What is that B? B is the width of the canal, and 1.5 into Y. Y, what is Y value? That is 1.5. It is given. This 1.5 is given. So by putting this, you will get the area, that is cross-sectional area of the trapezoidal canal, that is 33.75 meters square. So this one is there. So you understood now. Okay. Now after this, what you have to do is, area you got. After getting area, you have to go for velocity. So this is the equation. So velocity V4 means it is velocity. Okay, velocity at section 4. So velocity at section 4 is Q upon here. What is Q? 32 Qmax. So that is given, and this is given, and 33.75 is calculated. So 32 divided by 33.75, you will get this value, which is 0.947. That is velocity. So it is velocity at section 4 is calculated. Okay, and after that velocity head is calculated. Velocity head is V square upon 2G. V square, that is 0.947 square upon 2 into 9.81. So this is velocity head. So after calculating that, RL of bed at 4. So this is the RL of bed at 4. Okay, it is given. Okay, and then RL of water surface at 4. So RL of water surface calculated, that is RL of water surface is C 212, that is given RL of the bed. Okay, and plus 1.5, that is the height of the water. It is also given. 1.5 meter is given in the canal. So 212 plus 1.5 is equal to 230.5. And after that, we have to go for RL of total energy level. TEL means total energy level. So RL of total energy level is calculated. So at 4. So what is this? 213.5 meter we have got already water surface. So total energy level means what actually? RL of the water level plus the velocity head. Okay, if you add velocity head to that, you will get. So this velocity head is added here. Look here. Okay, velocity head is added here. Do you understand? So RL of total energy level is equal to, okay, RL of the water level plus velocity head is equal to RL of the total energy. So this one is RL total energy. So this way you will get. So this one you can understand. And at section 4 for all these data have been calculated. So all these data have been calculated and they are noted here. See here. So RL of all these RL of bed at section 4.4. At section 4.4 RL of bed and RL of water level and RL of the total energy level. These are calculated, indicated here. So after that, now let us see next. At section 4.1 is over. Now let us go to section 3.3. Section 3.3. Section 3.3, it is here. At section 3.3. Okay. Let us see at section 3. Keeping the same depth 1.5 meter throughout the channel, we have at section 3.3 bed width is given. Bed width is 10 meter and area of the channel is 10 into 1.5, 15 square meter, and velocity is equal to again Q upon cross sectional area, that is okay, Q upon cross area, that is area is velocity is 2.13 meter per second. And next velocity head is again v square upon 2g, same formula, stereotype work, henceforth you go on doing this stereotype work. So stereotype work you continue and you will get the velocity head. So once you get velocity head, assuming that here a different formula is there, okay, to calculate, okay, what is that? The loss of head. So what it is done, I will tell you next. Loss of head is expansion, because water is okay from section 3.3, okay, from section 2.2 to section 3.3 that is it. So loss of head you have to calculate. Loss of head means actually loss of head is at section 4.4 and which is to be considered in the section 3.3. So how it is calculated? By this equation, that is velocity at section 3. So see this equation. Loss of head is calculated 0.3 into bracket velocity v3 means velocity at section 3 minus v4 means velocity at section 4 divided by 2g. This if you calculate you will get velocity. So you will get the loss of head is equal to 0.56 meter. Okay, loss of head. And next let us see what it is to be done. RL of total energy level. Now we will see what is the RL of total energy level. So by using that we have calculated RL of total energy level. So RL of total energy calculated by this formula. Okay, that is RL of total energy level at 4.4 plus loss in expansion. Okay, so that is being done. So here it is RL of total energy level at 4 minus plus loss of expansion. So that will be calculated, and here the 213 will be the RL. So that is one. So RL of water surface at what you call all this is calculated. RL of water surface at 3.3 is calculated by total energy level. Okay, that is RL of total energy level. RL of total energy level minus velocity head. So this RL of total energy level and minus velocity head is used, and that will be answer for that. So this way the everything is calculated here. I have told you it is a very lengthy process. One has to go on carefully seeing one by one all the steps, so then only you understand. So similarly RL of bed. So RL of bed. So RL of bed at 3.3 section is determined. It is like this. That is what is RL of bed. Bed is RL of bed at 3.3 is equal to RL of total water level minus depth of the water, the 1.5 meter. So this will be the RL of bed. So how it is calculated, you understood. So similarly here it is calculated, okay, and then we will come to the section 2.2. So come to the section 2.2. So at section 2.2 what is the case? At section 2.2 what happens? From section 2.2, here it is from section 2.2 to section 3.3, the trough section is constant. Okay, therefore area and velocity at section at 2.2 are same as at section 3.3. So but from 2.2 to 3.3 there is a friction loss. So here we have to calculate the friction loss. So friction loss is very important. So friction loss is calculated by this equation. So what is this equation? That is HL is equal to, okay, n square v square dot n square v square L upon r is to 4/3. So all these things are given here. What all those things? Okay. What is area? Area of the trough section. What is P? P is wetted perimeter. And what is hydraulic mean depth? That you have to calculate. Velocity in trough, that is to be calculated. That is Q upon E. So by using these simple formulas, you have to determine all those things and put over here. So by putting here, you will get the velocity, loss of head due to friction. So this one is loss of head due to friction. Okay, this is to be calculated. And now after calculating this, what else has to be done is, see, it is calculated here. Okay, this one is calculated. So by using that equation, it is calculated. So loss of head due to friction is 0.079 meter. And after getting this, once again you have to calculate RL of total energy level. That is RL of total energy level at 2, RL of total energy level at 3 plus friction loss. So RL of total energy level at 3 plus friction loss, so is equal to this. So this one is it. Similarly, RL of water level surface at 2, that is RL of total energy level minus, okay, velocity head. So this one, if you take it, this one is you will get it. So RL of bed at 2, that is 213.44 minus depth of water. Okay, depth of water. This is depth of water. So you will get this one. So like this, all these things are calculated. Very simple and lucid. Very simple technique is used here. Okay, and after that we will see what is at section 1.1. So in section 1.1 again loss of head. Okay, in section 1.1 again loss of head in contraction and transition from 1.1 to 2.2 is calculated. So this is the specific equation which is used for that purpose. So V2 square minus V1 square, that is from section 2.2 to section 1.1. Okay, so this use it and put all these values. Okay, and you will get, this is the loss of head in contraction. So this one is, what is the loss of head? This is the loss of head in contraction. So now after knowing loss of head in contraction, what we can calculate? RL, total energy level at 1.1. So total energy level at 1.1 is equal to total energy level at 2.2 plus loss in contraction. Okay, so that is total energy level at 2.2 plus loss in contraction is equal to this. That is, this is the RL of the total energy level. So once you get total energy level, then RL of water surface, RL of water surface will be RL of total energy level minus velocity head, minus velocity head, that is 0.046 is velocity head at particular. So this will be your what is called the RL of the water surface. So once you get RL of water surface, then we will go to the RL of bed. So RL of bed here, RL of bed at 1.1. So RL of bed is 1 is equal to, that is water level minus depth of the water. Okay, water level minus depth of the water. So this will be RL of the bed. So like this, all these things are done. So what I have told, all this calculated, very lengthy, but small relations are there. You have to remember and go on solving. Okay, so this way the solution is done. And now last one, that is design of transitions. Design of transition means you come here, you look here, this is design of transition. Okay, this is from section 1.1 to section 2.2. Okay, section 1.1 to section 2.2, this length, design of transition, this design. Okay, this design we have to make the things. Okay, so what will be there? Now I have already told you this play is given here. What is the ratio of this play? So ratio of space along forward direction 2, along counter direction 1. So it is here 2 and here it is 1. So like that it is given. So that one can be done. So let us see how it is calculated. So there is standard formula which I already given you in design considerations. I have given you the formula design consideration. So this is the formula what is going to be used for that calculation. Bx is equal to Bn into Bf into Lf, the whole divided by Lf into Bn minus x into bracket Bn minus Bf. So what all those things? So here very clearly it is mentioned here, Bf is equal to 10 meter. That is the width of the flume, and Bn is equal to the 20 meter. That is the width of the canal, normal width of the canal. So Lf is equal to 10 meter. That is the length of the flume, what is a flume here. transition, length of the contraction. See this one is that, LF is this one, see in this figure, okay, length of that. So substituting, we get all these things are substituted, and Bx you have to, what is Bx? Bx means what, I will just tell you, okay. Bx means, look here, this is Bx, so Bx, okay, this one is Bx, there is width of the, okay, canal at particular distance x, that is Bx, okay. Bx is the width of the canal at particular distance x from section 2 to, so from section 2 towards section 1 in this direction, okay. So from section x you understood, and Bx, so we have to put different values of x over here, okay. We have to put different values of x here, okay. So that means at different values of x, what will be Bx? These are 10 we have to calculate. For different values of x, what will be Bx? So start from 0, here it is 0, at this level 0, and at this level what is, at this x what is Bx, 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 all these things you have to calculate. So these are calculated and tabulated in a particular formula. So that I will show you now. So it is calculated by this formula and tabulated. What is that formula? See this, x in meters, Bx is equal to 2000 is determined, okay, briefly determined, and now calculated. Now you look here. So what is this here? In table x in meters, in top row you will see the x in meters, and in bottom row you will get the Bx, okay. X is 0. Now here at x 0, Bx is 10 meter. At x 2 meter, Bx is 11.11 meter. At x 4 meter, Bx is 12.5 meter. At x 6 meter, Bx is 14.29 meter. At x 8 meter, Bx is 16.67 meter. At x 10 meter, Bx is 20 meter. So what I am telling is, these are calculated by stereotype work. Only one formula, okay. Put only value of x over here. Here x is there. So go on putting a value of x, you will get all those things. So tabulate all these results in the formula, okay, in the table. So once it is entered here, okay, similarly we have to go for calculation of, okay, this is all this they are calculated for the contraction. Now let us go for expansion. Expansion means it is here, see this is expansion, that is from section 3.3 to 4.4. So for this thing also, here also what you have to do is, at different x values what is Bx, okay, what is Bx, at different x values what is this Bx, okay. At 0 distance x, what is Bx, at 1 meter what is Bx, at 2 meter what is Bx, at 3 meter what is Bx, at 4 meter, at 5 meter, like that up to 15 meter you have to calculate, okay, up to 15 meter you have to calculate. So this is how it is being done, and it is same formula is being used here also for calculation of that. So the same formula is being used, this is the same formula, and different values are put over here and is brought out, and this standard formula is used and determined in calculation of tabulation formula. See, it is tabulated in this table. So this one is actually tabulated using the same formula at x, okay. At x 0, the Bx is 10 meter. At x 2 meter, Bx is 10.7 meter. At x 4 meter, Bx is 11.5 meter, like that. It all calculated up to 15 meter. Up to 15 meter it is calculated. At x 15 meter, what is the length? 20 meter. Bx. So all these things are tabulated. So stereotype work, once again I am telling you, it is stereotype work, only one formula, go on putting the values and calculating and tabulated. So up to this, in fact, if you do it, it is enough. Actually design is required up to this end, okay. I have put a line over here. Up to this it is very important. If you solve up to this, it is enough and you will get full marks. And now last step is also there, that is what is called as design of trough. Design of trough means a standard formula is there. You design the trough, you will be always getting only aqueduct. So therefore in design of trough you will get only 0.4 thickness. You remember all those values, that's all. Okay, I am just telling you these values, thickness of the trough. Okay, these values you remember, and that is enough. And these, of course, depth is given 1.5 meter, it is given. Okay, and this width is also you are knowing it. So 0.4 meter, and this is freeboard. 0.6 meter is freeboard. You remember this. So only remember and write the things. Draw the sketch, freehand sketch. Write what all given data you write here. That is design trough. So 0.4 you assume, there is no worry. Okay, once again I am telling you, you have to remember 0.4. Okay, all this 0.4 and 0.6, and show the road. And this 1.5 meters given thing. Okay, and divide the total width. What is total width? Total width is 10 meter. So total width is 10 meter. This 10 meter is divided into two parts, that is 5 meter and 5 meter. So at 5 meter road is provided, and at 5 meter canal is kept open. So like this, all these things you heard. And in fifth step, don't worry, you remember these data only, that is enough. So very important thing is to calculate up to the fourth step. Okay, calculate up to fourth step. So whatever may be the solution, this is very lengthy. I have told you, see, the very lengthy solution I have taken. Once again I am explaining you, telling you, I have taken this solution from the Santosh Kumar Garg book. Okay, it is available on page number 486. If you want, you just refer the book and see the solution. Solution is not difficult. Only one method, stereotype method, and simple formula, but it is lengthy. So very lengthy. All these calculations you have to remember, and you can solve this. I hope you understood the solution. With this, if you want, you try this once again. Try this problem once on your own, so that you will understand clearly. You have to write this problem. Solved problem only you write it once, so it is very easily understood by you. Okay. So I hope with this I will conclude this design problem solution. I am sure you have not clearly understood this, but when you come back to the college after reopening, if you want, we will discuss it on board. So I will tell you once again, I will explain you once again how it is solved. Okay, all your doubts will be cleared when you come face to face in the classroom. So dear students, with this I will close this, and I will declare that the module 4 is completed in full respect. Everything I have covered: types of the cross drainage works, and design consideration of the cross drainage work, and the design problem of the cross drainage. So remember, once again I am repeating, in design problem only accurate design will be asked, nothing else will be asked. Therefore this is the only method of solving the problem. Okay, design problem. So with this I will conclude. Thank you for listening. From next class I will start 5th unit. Okay, that is canals, on canal, which is very simple and theoretical. So I will stop here. Have a good day. Thank you.